Hey there everybody, it's me Wolf, and I want to welcome you back to the advanced lesson for this week. In this week's lesson, we're going to talk about opening a bank in English. So, let's just hop right into it. So in this week's lesson, we're going to talk about banking. We're going to talk about all the things that you need to know and say when you want to open a bank account. This week we're mainly going to focus on opening a bank account and also some expressions and questions you can use with some problems you might run into while banking. So first thing you're going to do when you go into the bank is you're going to stand in a line. Some banks have ticket numbers and some you just have to stand in line. So once you are called by the teller, whether you're standing in line or you have a number ticket, you're going to go up and you're going to say, "Hello, I would like to open a bank account." Or, "I want to open a bank account, please." We call the bank workers tellers. So after you tell the teller that you want to open an account, usually they'll ask you, "What kind of account would you like to open?" There are two main types of accounts. There are checking accounts and there are saving accounts. A checking account is the money that you use every day. So when you're going grocery shopping or you're buying gas or you go to the shop, you're going to use your check card, your debit card. The other type of account that's common are savings accounts. These accounts usually withdraw from your checking account. Maybe it's $100 a month or $500 a month, depending how much you set up, and you keep your money in there and you don't usually touch it for a while. A savings account usually has a higher interest rate, so you make more interest money off of the money that you keep in that account. Keep in mind that whether you have a checking or a savings account, you can take your money out at any time. So I suggest if you have the chance to open up a savings account. That way you'll get a little more interest than if you open a checking account. Next, you can tell them, "I would like to open a," and then what kind of account. So I would like to open a checking account, or I would like to open a savings account. Most banks will ask for at least three things: your full name, your address, and some kind of photo ID. This can include your driver's license, your passport, anything like that. So anything that has your legal name and a picture. Most banks will offer you free checks. I know in a lot of countries they don't use checks anymore, but people in America still use checks quite often when it comes to paying rental bills or paying for tuition. A lot of people still use checks. So usually they'll offer you one or two books of checks and you can just keep those at your house and use them if you need to pay for something big like rental or tuition, anything like that. Here are a few questions that you can ask at the bank. Can you tell me what I need to open a bank account? This is just in case you need something besides those three things I already talked about before. Is it possible to have several bank accounts? Usually this is okay. You can have a checkings and savings account, but it's always nice to ask. Will I have access to online banking? If they say yes, you can ask them, "How can I access my online banking?" And then they'll give you the information that you need to sign on to your online banking. Are there any ATM fees? Some banks will charge you if you use an ATM outside of their system, so you can ask them, "Are there any ATM fees?" And then they can tell you if it's $1, $5, how much it costs to use another bank's ATM. Are there any monthly charges on this account? Some banks will require a minimum amount of money to be deposited, whether it's $100 or $1,000 or $5,000. So if you have that minimum, then usually they won't charge you a bank fee. But you should always ask, are there any monthly charges for having this bank account? And then at that time, they can tell you if you need to keep a certain amount of money inside your account to make sure you don't get any fees, or if there are monthly fees no matter what you do. Really quickly, let's talk about closing a bank account. If you're going to close your bank account, you're going to do the same thing as when you opened your bank account. You're going to go up to the teller and you're going to tell them, I would like to close my bank account. And then usually they're going to ask you, why do you want to close your bank account? Or what reason do you have for closing your bank account? Or why are you closing your bank account with us? At this time, you can tell them any kind of answer. You can say, I don't use this bank anymore, so I'm just going to close it. Or I'm leaving the country, so I need to close the bank account. Or whatever reason. If you're unhappy with them, you can say, I haven't had good service, so I just want to close my bank account. And then they will give you some papers to sign, and then you can withdraw the rest of the money that's in your account, and then you'll be finished. So I hope this was a really useful lesson for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and like and subscribe to this channel. If you have any comments or questions about banking, you can post them down below and I'll try to get back to as many of you as possible. In the description, there will be links to the English blog and Instagram where you guys can get more resources for studying English and also updates on videos that will be coming out in the future. I hope you guys have a fantastic week and I will see you guys next time. Bye!